First, we are going to discuss about the linear equations, right? The linear equations, or the same we can say as what? Simple equations. Linear equations kiwat ekai, simple equations kiwat ekai, and their application as well. So what it says here, an equation is a statement that two expressions are equal. That is why we use the sign equal, right? Equal sign, it is an equation. It can be a linear equation, it can be a simultaneous equation, it can be a quadratic equation. If there is this equal sign, that forms an equation. Okay. A linear equation. So I told you there are different forms of equation. First, we are going to discuss about the linear equations. Linear equations. A linear equation in the variable x is an equation in the form of ax plus b equals 0, where a and b are constants and a does not equal to 0. It means simply, if it is a linear equation, we should able to rewrite that particular equation in this format. Hope you got it. If an equation is a linear equation or a simple equation, we should able to rewrite that equation, or we should able to rearrange that equation in this format. Here, these a and b values should be constants. Constants. What do you mean by constants? A and b values should be constant. It means they should take a particular number. It can be 8, it can be 12, it can be 10,000, it can be 500, whatever it is. These a and b values should be constants. And this one should not be 0. What happens if the value of a is 0? A value is 0. 0 into any number, any variable, that will form 0 again. Then that is not a linear equation. Then that will not form a linear equation. So a linear equation, we should able to rearrange in this given format. Ax plus b equals 0. Here the values of a and b should be constants. Examples, what? I will give few examples. Tell me whether it is a simple or linear equation or not. 10x plus 5 equals 0. By looking at this equation, tell me whether it is a linear equation or not. Yes or no? Yes or no? Whether it is a linear equation or not. Linear equation linear equation in Sinhala what we call Rekiya Samikaran. Sarala Samikaran. That one. Yes or no? Yes, this is a linear equation. Why? See, we have written the same in this format. Ax plus b equals 0. A and b values are constants. The value of a is 10. The value of b is 5. These are constants. So this is an linear equation. Then what about this? 5x equals 7. Yes, you identified that this is, yes, this is a simple equation. What about this one? 5x equals 7. Is it a simple equation?
Yes.
Yes, this is also a simple equation. But this is not in this form. අපි කිව්වේ කොහොමද? ax plus b සමානයි බිඳුව කියන ෆෝමැට් එකේ තියෙනවා නම් ඒක simple equation එකක්. ඒක linear equation එකක්. ඒත් මෙයා එහෙම නෑ. But we can rewrite the same this given equation in this format. How? We can rearrange the same as this. Now see, now it is in this format. Ax plus b equals 0, plus or minus, doesn't matter. Okay? Yes, correct, you got it. Good. That is what is there in the second point. A linear equation in the variable x is an equation in the form of ax plus b equals 0. It may not directly be in that form, but however we should be able to rearrange it into this form, right? So if we arrange yes, still we can consider it as an simple equation where a and b are constants and a does not equal to 0. Can't you see the screen? Others, can't you see the screen? Number 41 says he or she can't see the screen. Lakshan, Kavinda, okay. So some issue with her device. Okay. Right. So we were discussing on this point. The third bullet point says what? A linear equation is also called a first degree equation. Now you know 3 synonyms for the same. We can say linear equations, we can say simple equations, or else we can say first degree equations. Both these 3 terms means the same. Linear equation කිව්වත් simple equation කිව්වත් first degree equation කිව්වත් ඔය තුනේම අදහස එකයි. 3 synonyms, right? A linear equation is also called a first degree equation or an equation of degree 1. Equation of degree 1. ඇයි මෙහෙම කියන්නේ? Since the highest power of the variable is 1. The highest power of the variable is 1. The highest power of the variable is 1. Number 41, that may be an issue with your device. ඔයාගේ device එකේ ප්‍රකාර issue එකක් වෙන්නේ නැති. Right? So we can't help actually. Others can see anything. Right? Try to leave and come back, then it will be okay. meeting එක leave කරලා ආයෙ join වෙන්න බලන්න. සමහර විට ඒකට හරියයි. Okay. Right? Why we say it is as a linear equation as first degree equation? Because the highest power of the variable is 1. Right? Therefore, in simply, for an equation to be a linear or a simple or a first degree equation, there should be what? How many variables there should be? There should be one variable. I will write it here. There should be only one variable there. And the highest power of the variable, should be equals to 1. If it is satisfied these two criteria, then we can say that is a what? Simple or a linear or a first degree equation. Now, මොකක් හරි equation එකක තියෙන්නේ එක variable එකක් විතර නම් සහ ඒ variable එකේ power value එක නම්, then such we identify as simple equations. Okay. Right? There should be only one variable and the highest power or the power of that variable also should be equals to 1, not more than that. එක variable එකයි තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. A variable එකේ උපරිම power value එක එකයි නම් yes, then that is a simple equation. Okay, right. It means, shall we take this one? 2x squared plus 10 equals 0. Tell me whether this is an simple equation or not. This one, 2x squared plus 10 equals 0. Now I want to know whether this is a linear equation or not. What can you say? Yeah, linear equation. First of all, tell me whether it is an equation or not. Yes, it is an equation because we can see the equal sign. But is it a linear equation? No. Why not? Yes, this is not a linear equation. Why not? And some say yes. Right? Okay. Yes, this is not, right? This is not a linear equation. What are the two criteria that need to be met? There should be only one variable. Yes, here also we have the variable x. That is correct. එක variable එකක් විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. That is okay. That is correct. Yes, we have only one variable called x. And what is the second criteria? The highest power of the variable should be 1. But in this case, what is the power value? That is 2. If the power value is greater than 1, then it will not be a linear equation. That is the idea. Right? See here, we say this is a linear equation. Well, here we have only one variable and the power value is also 1. Linear equation. What about this one then? 2x plus 3y equals 4. What can you say about this one? Yes, there is this equal sign, therefore this is an equation. But is this a simple equation? 2x plus 3y equals 4. This is an equation. Now I need to know whether it is a simple equation or not, whether it is a linear equation or not. What can you say? This particular equation, 2x plus 3y equals 4. Is it a linear equation? Okay. Yes. Yes. What about others? 2 students, 64 and 76 says yes. Rasoja? Wait, I can remember a few of your names. Give me a second. Right. Okay. So here, we were here. 2x plus 3y equals 4. Right? 2x plus 3y equals 4. So I asked whether this is a linear equation or not. Whether this is a linear equation or not. Some have said yes and some have said no. What should be the answer? How we determine whether it is an linear equation or not? අපි මොකක් හරි එකක් linear equation එකක්ද නැද්ද කියලා determine කරන්නේ කොහොමද? I told you there are two criteria. First one is what? There should be only one variable. Now see how many variables are here. For an equation to be a linear equation, there should be only one variable. But how many variables are here in this equation? There are two variables, x and y. Therefore, can we consider this as a linear equation? No, we can't. We can't. For an equation to be a linear equation, we need to satisfy both these two criteria. There should be only one variable and the power of that variable should be equals to 1. Okay. Number 14, got that? Are you okay with that? මොකක් හරි equation එක එක විදිහවල තියෙනවා කියවනේ. සරල සමීකරණයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, සමගාමී සමීකරණයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, වර්ග සමීකරණයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මෙතනදී අපි කතා කරන්නේ සරල සමීකරණ ගැන. linear equations ගැන. එහෙනම් මොකක් හරි අපිට දීපු equation එකක් linear equation එකක්ද නැද්ද කියලා determine කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේ criteria දෙක දිහා බලලා. එතකොට ඔය කියන equation එකේ තියෙන්නේ එක variable එකක් විතර නම් සහ අදාළ variable එකේ power value එක එකයි නම් then we can consider it as a linear equation. If not, we can't. Condition satisfied with that, we can't consider it as a linear equation. Hope it is clear for you. If not, please let me know. Okay. Chatura got it. Chatura, Laksha, Rasoja, Kavindya. Are you clear? Okay. Right. Okay. And the fourth bullet point. The graph of a linear equation y equal a plus bx forms a straight line where the slope is b and intercept is a. The slope of the line perpendicular to the straight line is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. What do you mean by that? If we draft, right, if we put this into a graph, if we put a linear equation into a graph, in the term itself we say linear. So it will form a what? Straight line. A simple equation එකක් graph කරොත් පස්තාරයක දාලා ඇන්දොත් අපිට මොකක්ද දෙන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම සරල රේඛාවක්. We always get a straight line. Right? We always get a straight line. Straight line එකේ equation එක කොහොමද යන්නේ? Y equals a plus bx. Y equals a plus bx. Right? So here y is the dependent variable. Y is the dependent variable. It shows it in the vertical axis. Y. X is the independent variable, which we shows in the horizontal axis. Right? What is this A? What is this A? This A we call the intercept. The intercept. Antakande again. What? When the x equals 0, what is the value of y? X බිඳුවේදී y වල අගය කීයද? It means the value here. This is what we called A. What is B here? B is the slope. How to take that? How to take that? Delta y over delta x. That is the value of the slope. So what you need to understand here is, right, when we graph a simple equation, that will give us a straight line. That will give us a straight line. Okay, these things you know in the econ as well, right? A-level econ. If the slope value is a positive value, how our graph should looks like? If the value of b is greater than 0, it means a positive value. How our graph should be? How our graph should be? It should go upward. It moves upward. If the value of b or the value of slope is negative, it means less than 0. How should be our graph? Demand curve, right? The same here, like the supply and the demand curves. No? If the value of the slope is positive or greater than 0, it should move upward. If the value of the slope or if the value of b is a negative value, it should go downward. Right? The formula associated with the straight line. So this is also a simple equation. And this point, whether you have understand this one, the slope of the line perpendicular to the straight line is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. The slope of the line perpendicular in singular what we call ලම්බක වදිනවා කියලා කියන්නේ අංශ 90 කෝණේ හැදෙන විදියට. That is the meaning here, right? The slope of the line perpendicular to the straight line is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. I will take it like this. Right. Y equals 10 plus 2x. Or y equals 2x plus 10. Whatever it is, right? A plus b kiwat ekai, b plus a kiwat ekai කියන එක මම කිව්වා. Y equals 10 plus 2x. Okay? Y equals 10 plus 2x. This is the formula of a straight line. Formula of a straight line. If we put this into a graph, how it should be? How it should be? Should the line goes upward or downward? මේක අපි graph කරපින් straight line එක උඩ අතටද යන්නේ නැත්නම් downward? Upward or downward? How can we determine that? Based on the value of the slope. What is the value of the slope? That is 2. So what can you say about its direction? Yes, it should go upward. Why? It is a positive value. බෑවුමේ අගය ධන දෙකයි. ධන අගයක් නම් මොකද වෙන්න ඕන? It should go upward. It means something like this. Right? This is y equal 10 plus 2x. If we plotted this, if we graph this, it should look like this. So what is the value here? Now you know, tell me. What is the value here? What should be the value here? This is our y-axis. This is our x-axis. What should be the value here? What? 2? Is it 2? Yes, that is 10. What do you mean by this value? When the value of x is 0, the value of y. X වල අගය බිඳුව වෙද්දී y වල අගය 10යි. This is what we call the intercept. අන්තක්ඛණ්ඩය කියලා අපි කියන්නේ intercept. Okay, right. So this is actually not what I wanted. Not +2. Intercept. The value of the intercept is 10. The value of the slope is +2. Don't mix these two. මේ තියෙන්නේ slope value එක bx වල මේ ඉන්නේ b slope. This is the variable x, right? By substituting figures to variable x, we can take the y values. When x is equals to 1, what should be the value of y? It is 12. It means here, if we plotted that, it is 12 here. Instead of x, if we substitute 2, 2 into 2, 4, 10 plus 4, 14. If it is 2, it is 40. This is the way we are getting this graph. This is how we can draw this graph. Instead of x, we need to substitute figures, and then, right, based on the product point, we can draw the graph. So here, I wanted to explain you on this. The slope of the line perpendicular to the straight line is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. Line perpendicular to this straight line. Line perpendicular to this straight lines, right, means something like this is we call line perpendicular to y equal 10 plus 2x. මෙන්න මේ straight line එකට ඔන්න ලම්බකව රේඛාවක් ඇඳලා. We have drawn a line perpendicular to the given straight line. So the value of the slope of this straight line, මෙන්න මෙයා මේ straight line එකේ slope value එක කීයක් වෙන්න ඕන කියලාද මේ කියන්නේ? The slope of the line perpendicular to the straight line is what? Is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. Is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. Negative reciprocal value of the slope. Negative reciprocal value of the slope. Now tell me, what is the slope value in this given formula, in this given straight line? What is the value of the slope in this given straight line? We originally andappu straight line එකේ slope value එක කීයද? බෑඋමේ අගය කීයද? By looking at the formula itself, you should be able to say it right at once without any hesitations. What is the value of the slope on this line? Yes, the value of the slope is in 10. Right? 10 is the intercept. Intercept. Intercept means what? When the value of x is equals to 0, the value of y. If we substitute 0 instead of x, what we will get as the y value? 10. That is the intercept. This is intercept. අන්තක්ඛණ්ඩය. ඔය y axis එක හැප්පෙන තැන. Where it meets this, where this line meets the y axis. That is the intercept. අන්තක්ඛණ්ඩය. Slope value is 2. Slope value is 2. මෙන්න මේ ඇඳපු originally ඇඳපු straight line එකේ, right? The line which we have drawn originally, the original straight line, the slope value is 2. This one, the value of b is what we call the slope value. So we need to find the slope value of this straight line now. The line drawn perpendicular to this straight line. මේ original straight line එකට ලම්බකව ඇඳපු මෙන්න මේ straight line එකේ බෑවුමේ අපි හොයාගන්න ඕන. What should be it? That is the negative reciprocal value of the slope. Negative reciprocal value of the slope means what? The same value we can rewrite as how? 2 over 1. වෙනසක් නෑනේ දෙකම එකයි +2 කිව්වත් එකයි 2 over 1 කිව්වත් එකයි. But here what we need to consider the negative reciprocal of it. Negative reciprocal of it. ඍණ පරස්පරය. Negative reciprocal ඍණ පරස්පරය. It means what? Negative 1 over 2. It means negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. Not just only the negative value of it, the negative reciprocal ඍණ පරස්පරය. So it should be negative as well as we need to consider the reciprocal of it. 2 over 1 වල පරස්පරය වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? උඩයට මාරු වෙන එකනේ. Denominator numerator මාරු වෙනවා. 1 over 2. It means negative 0.5. Okay. Negative 0.5.